Good morning. It's Friday and it's a wet morning. And today is Pilates stretch. Just getting set up here. Um, yeah, we had lots of rain last night and more to come all weekend. So bunker down, grab a book, start looking up your movies. All right. Um, Pilates stretch. Let's get going. All right, standing up nice and tall. Shoulders are back and down. Turn your palms forward. There, that's where your shoulders should be. Tuck your head just in line with your spine. So you might have to tuck it back a tiny little bit. All right. Rib cage up off your hip bones. Big breath out. Core is engaged. Right. Keep that rib cage up off your hip bones. There is a space in between. All right. And what else? Hmm. That's it. Let's go. Nice big arm circles all the way up and around for 3. Oh, Jerry's going to come and join us. And the other way. Ah, he snickers. Ah, and the other arm all the way up and around, keeping that shoulder in their sockets, right? And around. We always want to try to keep our joints and everything where they should be whenever you're trying to do anything. That's where they're supposed to be. And we always try to pull them out. Like, your movement is always out of the joint. Keep them down, keep them strong in there. They're protected, and that's where we want to keep them. All right. Arms out, nice and wide. Again, rib cage up, belly in, reaching, reaching, reaching. Let's reach. Come on, index finger, ring, loud. Then the ring and the baby. All right. And we're going to come across for 4. 1, squeeze in the back. 2, 3, squeeze, and 4. And the other way. 1, 2, 3. Swipe that wall in front of you, but keeping that shoulder there, right? Oof. And down. 3 shoulder rolls all the way up and around, okay? Squeeze forward, squeeze up, squeeze back, squeeze down. And the other way. Come on, move. Move all those tiny muscles and joints in there. And tendons. All right. Oh, where are we going? We're going up high. We're going to sway it side to side. So nice and slowly, my upper rib cage is pretty glued up. And then gradually get a little better, bigger. You'll get better. Push that rib cage out. Your belly's pulled in, so you're not arching your back. Lots of rules, eh? All right, reaching nice and high. 6 full body squats. Let's come down those side walls, booty way back. Big breath up. Stretch up to the sky and back down. Squeeze those glutes. More. Big breath out. Big breath in. Stretch those lungs. And all the way up and bring those arms all the way down to your side. All right, let's do our hips. All right, so standing tall, up. Whoa, I got to get my balance. There we go. And again, you're trying, okay, and the other way. You're trying to keep that hip line where it's to be. I don't want to, like, trying, it's really hard. Oh, thank you. All right, and the other leg. That's a hard one. That's something that you really have to focus on and train. Keeping your hips square. But again, you want to keep that hip joint in the socket and stretching all around it. And the other way. And how you do that is you got to tilt your pelvis that tiny little bit. Standing there, tilt that pelvis just a tiny little bit, keeping it there. Anyways, you can work on that just by bringing your leg up. See, when you bring your leg up, see my hip goes up, right? Tilt your pelvis a tiny little bit. Keeping it down. Okay, you got to focus. You got to think. Work it so your brain knows what you're working. Always thinking about what you're working on. What are we doing now? Calves. Patty's talking too much. All right. Ready? Down on one, up on two. Squeezing those calves. Another thing I find that's quite helpful if you're losing your balance is pushing that big toe in to the ground, grounding that big toe, or also widening your stance. All right? Okay. Roll that ankle around. Fridays are a day that we work on things a little bit longer. All right, and let's go on the outside of that right foot. And on the inside. Up on those toes, pushing your arch forward. Scrunch across those toes. And let's do the fascial stretch. Pull that shag carpet towards your heel. Scrunch it in your toes. Bring it in. So you're bringing your arch up. And if your arch is up, see if you can wiggle those toes. Right? And give it a little shake. All right, let's do the other one now. Your ankles and your feet are very important for your mobility and flexibility, right? All right, and on the outside, you got to keep them all lubed up and flexible. Cross up on those toes. Let's scrunch that arch forward. Scrunch across those toes. Awesome, and bring that shag carpet in, okay? If you can see me, but my arch is up and I just wiggle my toes, but just bringing that arch up is good enough. And then later you can see if you can wiggle your toes. Nicely done. All right, give it a little shake. Okay, we're going to work on our wrists and our ankles at the same time and our balance. Standing up nice and tall, rib cage up, belly in. You can tilt that pelvis just that tiny little bit. Bring the one foot up. All right, and let's do circles. See how my hip is up, but that's okay because it's hard. Okay, and around. My shirt is crooked too. There, not so bad there. All right, point. Oh, big toe in. I'm losing my balance. Flex, point, flex, point. Let's wave it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. I can't. Great, yeah. All right, and let's do the other leg. Leg comes up. Get your balance. Circles. The other way. Point, flex, point, flex, point, flex. Ground that big toe. All right, wave. Shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it. Good stuff. All right, let's jump it out. Straighten those lymph nodes. Awesome. Okay, let's work on those tiny muscles. All right, so stretching out nice and wide. Pulse it forward for 6, 5, push it, 4, 3, reach for the walls, 2, and 1, and backwards. Pulse it back, 2, 3, feel those tiny muscles, 4, 5, 6, and forwards, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and down, 2, 3. Where do you feel those tiny muscles working? Did we do all 6 circles? And backwards. And give a shake. All right, and let's work those tiny muscles in our engine. All right, we're going down in a squat. Okay, so your feet should be about hip width apart. All right, booty way back. All right, booty way, way back. Okay, so my chest is above my knees. Right, push it back. Belly in. And we're just going to pulse it up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Pulse it up. We're going to pulse it up nice and slowly as we're coming all the way up. Squeeze those glutes. All right, now we're going to just squeeze that right glute, squeeze the left glute, squeeze the right glute, squeeze the left glute. Again, can you do it? Can you squeeze one, the other, both? Right, left, both. Right, left, both. Now do the opposite direction. Left, right, both. Left, right, both. Woo! That's hard. So, all right, let's get that heart rate going. Step 1, 2, starting off with your right. Right, left, kick, right, left, extend, swing those arms. Rib cage is up, belly in. Your head is being pulled up to the sky. Nice controlled breath work. All right, and we're going to switch legs. Going to go left, left, right, kick, left, right, extend. Little interruption. We were outside all day yesterday. The dogs were exhausted last night. Kick and extend it. All right, going to go to the side. Side lunge crunch. So let's get ready. Rib cage up, belly in. Side lunge, booty way back. Stay here for a second, just to make sure we're all stretched out. We know what our body's going to do. Knee to elbow. Right? So let's go for 8, 7, 6. Okay, you're looking at me, you're looking forward. 5, 4, that booty goes back. 3, 2, and 1. And let's go do the other side. There they go. 1. Oh, I forgot to hold over there for a second. All right. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, up. We're going to squat, extend to the right, squat, extend to the left. All right, so have your feet probably about, just over hip width apart. Squat it down, low, reach, extending those toes and fingertips. Reach those toes and fingertips. Okay. And I forgot to do a nice little pat up, which I think is going to be kind of important to do just to wake up everything. Everything's woken up down your neck. We just got to do our necks, cross our face, and right behind, underneath that skull. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We got to get those eyes, exercise those eyeballs. So right underneath that skull, right at the back there, wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, and let's shift our eyeballs right to left. Keep wiggling. Your eyes are muscles. Up and down. Eyeballs up, eyeballs down. Now do circles with those eyeballs. Now circle the other way. And now we're ready to go. Woo, I think. Did we do everything? Okay. Just going to move this up a tad bit. All right, standing at the end of your mat. Yep, okay. All right. We're going to go up to Mountain Man, reaching for the sky. Reach to one side, pinky finger going all the way up to that side, other way, and back to center. Keeping that belly pulled into your back. Let's come down those side walls. To ragdoll, we're going to pulse it out. Don't want to overstretch anything right away. Heels come up one at a time. Push that heel into the mat. All right. When you're ready, heels come down. You can fold your arms. Nice lower back stretch. Nice big deep breath in and out. All right, we're going to roll up our spine. So soft bend in the knees, right? Your weight distributed evenly over both feet. Okay, tiny pulses, straightening your legs. And I want you to feel every vertebrae that when you're going up that spine. So when you're ready, belly in, chin to chest, and roll those shoulders back, coming up to the sky and back down. Soft bend in the knees, and this time you're going to have your right arm longer than your left. Same thing, pulsing. We're going to open up the right side of that vertebrae of the spine. So pulse it, finding that lowest vertebrae that you can. Same thing. Weight distributed evenly. Feel those vertebrae opening. And when you're done, up and down again. And this time we're going to have the right arm longer than the left. Pulse it a couple times to find that lowest vertebrae. And then start rolling up. Roll your shoulders back. Up and around. Let's walk our hands out to downward dog. Pulsing our feet out again. Push those heels into the mat. And then when you're ready, heels come down. We're going to push away from our hands, up on those knuckle pads. Nice big deep breaths in and out. Let's sway those hips side to side. And again, nice and slowly. That's a huge stretch all the way down your side. Your belly's being pulled up to the sky. All right. Push away from those hands, your chest being pushed to those knees, belly being pulled up to the sky. Let's bring that right leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. And bend that knee. Let's look underneath our right shoulder. Still pushing towards that back wall, your chest. Stretch that leg all the way out. And we're bringing it into our chest for 4. 1, 5, 2, 3, and 4. Have a dog underneath me. There we go. And let's bring it all the way through to your right thumb. And we're going into low lunge. All right, staying here. So just relax. Let those hips sink. You don't push those hips down. Just let gravity work. All right, and let's bring this right arm all the way up. And we're going to look at those fingers. Bring that hand back down. Switching feet. High plank. Left leg comes up. Let those hips sink into the mat. Left arm all the way up. Switch again. Push those shoulders back into their sockets. Right leg up. All the way up to the sky. And bring that hand back down. Bring both hands in front of that right foot. We're powering up to high lunge. Power up. Belly to your back. Reach for the sky. Up and down for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, staying here. Bring those hands all the way down to the inside of that right foot. All right, drop that left leg, shoelace to the mat, wiggle that right leg out to the side. All right, we're going into lizard. Let's just put a little pressure on this right leg, opening it up. Okay, hand comes to the outside of that knee and push the knee to palm and then bring that leg in and bring it back out. Knee to palm and out. One more time. And out. Awesome. Keep it out there. We're going to go try, if you want to, you can stay here or go down on your forearms and breathe for 3. All right. Let's bend that straight leg, bend your left leg, and you can come back up on your hands. You can either stay like this, or you can reach back for a further bigger stretch. And just reaching back is going to bring that quad, a bigger stretch in that front quad and hip flexor. You can bring that foot a little closer for an added little stretch. But just breathe in and out. Bring that down. We're going to bring this right foot to the center of the mat. Well, closer. All right. And coming, that right foot is coming directly out of your hip, and your left hip is above your left knee. All right. Bring that left hand, straighten it out. Okay. You're going to push your booty back and then bring that chest down. Nice quad stretch. I'm sorry, hammy stretch, glute stretch, and breathe. Awesome. Bring that foot back down. We're going to go up to high plank. So both hands come on either side of that right foot, going up to high plank, belly to your back. Push those shoulders back into their sockets. I know I say it too many times, but I'm saying it because I've got to do it. All right, we're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Push it back to downward dog. Pushing up chest to your bit to your knees, up on those knuckle pads. Belly's reaching up for the sky. Sway it side to side if you like. Everything is activated here. Even your toes being squished into the mat. And this time, let's bring that left leg up high behind you. 3 kicks. Bend that knee. Reach that knee to that back wall. Bring it out. And 3, 4 to your chest and back out. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And this time, bringing it all the way through to your right thumb. Low lunge. Let gravity work. And then bring that right arm all the way up to the sky. And we're switching up. Plank. Right leg up. Left arm up. Opening up that chest here. And switching again. And back down. Hands are coming together in front of that left foot. Now, if you're finding yourself a little wobbly, that back foot, step it out to the side a little bit more. All right. Power up to high lunge. Belly in. Reach for the sky. Up and down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay here. Bring those arms all the way down. We're going on the inside of that left foot. Dropping that right leg, shoelace to the mat. Wiggle this left foot out to the edge. We're going into lizard here. All right, so put that, push that left leg out a little tiny bit. Then bring it on the outside of that knee. Push the knee to palm. Bring it in. Slide it out. Push the knee to palm. It's a fascial flossing of the hip. Awesome. Leave it out there. We're going to go down on our forearms if you can. And breathe for 3. Right, bend that right leg. And you can come back up. All right, and if you want to, reach back. Don't pull too much. Don't want to overstretch. Right, just have that nice stretch of the quad and hip flexor. Working the front of the leg, and now let's work the back of the leg. All right, so wiggle this right foot in, go up onto your heel. Make sure your right hip is over top of your right knee. Okay, so let's just push your booty back. Extend that right arm, just to add a nice stretch here. Okay, and push your booty back, and then chest comes down. Have a look while you're right there, making sure everything's square. Pushing the booty back and chest. All right, coming back onto that foot, we're going up to high plank again. So up, bring your legs back. You can also be on your knees if you're finding plank too hard. All right, push those shoulders back. And we're going to do a plank twist to the right. So bring that right arm all the way up. Look way back there. And other side. And we're going down to the mat. So chest, knees come down, body comes all the way down to the mat. We're going to go up to baby cobra. So push your chest up, relax those hips, and squeeze those shoulder blades together. Let's go down to the mat again. Push your chest up, relax those hips, squeeze those shoulder blades. And come all the way back down. We're going to go back up to high plank, to downward dog. Push away from those hands. And let's walk our feet to our hands and roll all the way up. And let's come all the way back. What are we doing? To snowbirds. I was wondering if we did both sides, but we did. All right, we're going into snowbirds. Maybe if I turn my head. All right, so extend that right leg out from your hip. Rib cage up, hands come up. All right, reaching from wall to wall with those arms. Nice big deep breath out. Let's hold that, keep that core engaged. We're going to go down, left arm down, right arm up. All right, up a centimeter from the floor, come across for 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep that belly pulled into your back. 2 and 1. All right, outer foot flat on the floor. Dip it down. We're going to stay up here. Keep that arm up there. Reach down your right leg, looking way up there at those fingers. Reach, reach, reach. All right, 6 wing dips. 1, keep that rib cage up off your hip bones. 2, nice controlled breathing. 3, 4, try to keep those arms nice and straight. 5, last one, and 6. And let's bring that left arm down, right hand on your hip. That right leg comes up directly out from your hip, toe pointing down. Legs getting heavy, up and down for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe tap in the front of the mat, heel tap in the back, closing the hip, opening the hip. Close, open, close, and open. And let's extend those limbs, reaching. Okay, we're going to do crunches, knee to elbow, bringing that belly right into your back. 2. Extend and crunch. 1 more. And out. And let's switch sides. I'm sweating. I don't know what it is. Outer foot flat on the floor. Shoulders are relaxed. Right? Bring that arm down, up a centimeter, and swipe it across. 1, 2. Keep that belly pulled into your back. 5 and 6. And wing dips. Staying up here. Just reach for the sky there. Okay, belly into your back. Let's go. 6, 5, 3, 2, and 1. And let's bring that hand down. Leg comes up. Up and down. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Toe tap, heel tap. You're feeling your hip. Oh, opening, closing, open, close. We're working all those joints. All right. And crunch it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, reach for those walls. And 8. And let's come right. We're going to go up into table. All right, so tabletop. Let's, your hands are underneath your shoulders. Your knees are underneath your hips. All right, 3 clicks of the heel. All right, that was a long wish for me. All right, we're going to do hydrants from here. So you're looking straight down at the mat, your belly's in. Let's bring this right leg up and down. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keep it up there, kick it out. 1, 2, we're only doing 6, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, extend that leg out, toe pointing down. Look it back and make sure that left hip is over top of the left knee, and bring this leg up and down for 8, 7, 6, toe pointing down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bend that leg, sole of your foot, gonna raise the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4. Your left hip is above your knee. 3, 2, and 1. And rainbow tap. Bring that leg out to the side. We're going to bring it all the way over to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And we are going to bring this right leg, we're going to go into pigeon. So go up into plank, like sort of plank, and bring that right leg across the mat and down. And let's go into pigeon from here. All right. 3 nice big deep breaths in and out. Bring that breath all the way into your belly, and then slowly exhale. All right, let's just go up on your elbows if you're already there. Let's just roll our wrists around a little tiny bit. All right, and we're going to get back up to plank. Oh, or actually just tabletop. Right, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So arms are underneath shoulders, knees underneath hips, right? And 8 hydrants. Bring that knee right up. 1, keeping that right hip above your left, right hip above your right knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And hydrant kickouts. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're really working our engine today, eh? 6, 7, and 8. I know I did more. All right, lengthen that back, straight left leg, toe pointing down, right hip over top of right knee, and bring that leg up and down for 8, 7, belly to your back, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, and what was next? Bend that leg. Knee comes down. 1, raise the roof with that foot. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Rainbow taps. Sending that leg over to the left. Bring it all the way over to the right. Watch with your eyes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then we're going to go up into pigeon. So go up into high plank, bring that leg up and across the mat. And then slowly go down. If you stay here, stay here. If you can go further, bringing your forehead down, do that, whatever your comfort zone is. And wherever it is, relax and breathe. Right, I'm coming back up. Ooh, and I'm just going to sit down on my mat with my legs extended out in front of me. Okay, roll those shoulders back. Let's have a nice little wiggle, wiggle, wiggle of those legs. Maybe I'll bring this down a bit. Just a tad bit. All right, there we go. Hi. All right, now you can see my toes. All right, so wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. We're going to open up those legs. Wiggle them up. Your rib cage is up off your hip bones, right? Yep. Right, well, I'm here. I'm going to have a little sip of water. Go along with it, sip. All right, sitting tall. Shoulders are back. Okay, don't have that chin out. Bring that chin back where it should be. Your whole spine should be right in line. All right, bring those arms out in front. Push them back. Everything's in line. It does not feel right, but it feels strong. All right, so we're going to take this right arm and bring it all the way back. Palm goes up, reaching those arms from wall to wall. Now let's go down. Try to keep your sit bones flat on the mat. Breathe in and out. Come up. Swiping it across to the other side. Try to keep those arms straight. Toe is up. Breathe. Breathe again. Come back up and let's swipe it across again. And coming across again, nice and slowly. Use your breath to get further into that range of motion. And come up again and come back to center. Walking our hands out the center. Again, breath work. Breathe in through your nose, bring it all the way down to your belly, and then slowly breathe that out. And as you're breathing out, you're sinking further into that stretch. Okay, and never go out until it hurts. You just want that tiny added little stretch. Your breath work will bring you further in. And let's walk all the way back up. Let's bring those legs a nice little wiggle, 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 just till about 3/4 of the way. And let's bend this right knee, bringing that foot to the inside of your leg. All right, and this leg, just apply a little pressure. And again, breath work. Your rib cage is still up off that hip bone all the time. Try to bring this foot straight up or point, doesn't matter, but in line. Bringing this hip down, still sitting on your sit bones though. Awesome stuff. From here, let's do 3 crazies, okay? So I'm just going to move my water. All right, so hand comes behind and swipe it across and look way back there. That's 1, 2, and 3. And let's do the other side. Bring this left leg in. This side is so much, look at it. But again, I want you sitting above your hips again, keeping your sit bones flat on the floor. Toe pointing up, right? Or just in line. All right. See, I'm stretching this. Just, you gotta loosen up everything. All right. Big stretch. All right, let's go. Crazies. 1. If there's anything that you want to stay in a stretch for a little longer or work on, it's your workout, right? I mean, I'm doing my workout. Sorry. Yes, but I am. I'm focusing on the areas that I am stiff on for me, so I stay a little longer. But if you have a little something else that you want to work on, then stay in that for a little longer, right? All right, let's bring our legs out in front of us now. You know it. I don't even have to say it. All right, so feet are together. Let's bring our hands up to the sky. All right, and we're going to forward fold. So we're going to walk those hands down the ceiling, across to the wall, reaching for the wall. Start looking at your knees, your legs, because I want your neck in line with your spine. Reaching, breathing. Nice big deep breath in and out. And then just collapse. And I want you to massage your calf or your feet, whatever you can reach. Poke and prod, rub. Tap the top of your toes. Pinch those toes. And then we're going to just roll all the way up and roll those shoulders back again. Okay, hands come out in front. Might just move down a bit. All right, so push those shoulders back and down. All right, belly in. Okay, we're going to take this right arm and bring it all the way back. Sorry, we're going to come down 45-degree angle, belly in. Here we are. There we go. Okay, so sitting here, pushing those shoulders back, you're looking straight ahead, and then bring those arms back and forth for 4. 1, follow with your eyes. 2, keep the belly to your back. 3, and 4, stay there. If you can, belly in, left arm. 1, 2, 3, and 4. I see the sun. All right, stay there. Bring those arms up so your biceps are at your ears and back down. One, belly to your back. Two, three, and four. And let's just come all the way down, reaching for your wall in front of you, doing a nice forward fold again. Wiggle, wiggle, all the way down. Nice big deep breath in and out. All right, from here, we're going to come all the way back up and we're going to roll all the way down. Tilt your pelvis, coming all the way down. Like that. All right, let's extend our arms and legs. Reaching for those opposite walls, belly to the mat, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg, really straighten. All right, and let's bring those arms all the way around and let's give our knees a nice big hug and roll side to side. All right, feet come down. Let's take that right leg, cross it over your left knee, open up that knee, and then let's bring that knee towards your belly button, and your palm goes at your knee. Okay, we're going to put the knee into palm and open up that leg again for one, two, and three. And then let's grab behind that left knee, sorry. Line everything up. Your foot is directly in front of your knee. Your knee is in front of your shoulder. Pull that knee in and push out with that right elbow. Pull and push. And release. And repeat. Pull and push. And release. All right, bring that foot down. And let's do the other side. So the left knee comes over the right. Open up that knee. Bring the knee to your belly button and bring the right palm to your knee, left knee, knee to palm. Open all the way up. 3 times. And then let's bring that hands behind that right knee, line everything up, and pull and push. And release. Right? Pull and push. Whoopsie. And release. All right, bring those feet all the way down. Give a nice little wiggle. Let's have our arms out to T. Belly to the mat. Bring those knees up above your hips. Your belly's to the mat. Should feel those abs. Just because your knees are above your hips, you're already in a zone that you're working your abs. All right, we're going to bring those knees over to the right. We're going into supine twist, looking over to the left. All right, keeping those shoulders on the mat. Let's bring that right hand on top of those knees. And breathe for 3. Let's bring those knees all the way back to the center, above your hips, and going over to the other side. Same thing, look to the opposite side where your knees are, and breathe. And come all the way back up. And let's bring those feet down to the mat. And let's measure your fingertips to your knee, fingertips to your knees, fingertips to your heels. All right. And all right. Let's just we're gonna just do a full pelvic roll up. All right. And so we're gonna pick up that blueberry with our cheeks. Pick that blueberry up right now and tilt that pelvis, and we're gonna roll all the way up our vertebrae, going all the way up to our shoulders, pushing those hips up nice and high. And let's roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Get that lowest vertebrae. You really got to push that belly to the mat and then release your pelvis. And again, pick the blueberry up and we're going to roll our pelvis up again. Get those lowest vertebrae and rolling all the way up. High, high, high. Let's bring clasp our hands together underneath our bodies here and roll a little higher, tucking those shoulders underneath. Release those hands, and we're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae. Do you still have that blueberry? I do. And release. All right. We're going to do a couple glute bridges. All right. So first off, I want you to take your right leg and cross it over your left knee. All right. So we're going to work the left glute here. All right. So we're going to go up and down glute bridges for 8. Squeeze that glute. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Squeeze that glute. 2 and 1. All right, stay up there. Bring that foot right up to the sky, the right leg, sole of your foot. We're going to raise the roof. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and bring it down. All right, bring those knees into your chest. Roll side to side. And bring those feet back down. Measure fingertips to heels. And this time we're going to cross that left leg across your right knee. Right? And we're going to go up for 6 again. Working the right glute now. 1, 2, 3. Squeeze that glute. 4, 5, and 6. Stay up there. Left leg up, sole of your foot, raising the roof. Push it up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And bring it all the way down. And again, let's hug and roll side to side. Bringing your feet down to the mat. Measure up again, fingertips to heel. We're going to bring both. We're going to go up to glute bridges. All right, all the way up. Squeeze those glutes for 10. 1, 2, squeeze. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right, and bring it down. Bring those knees to your chest. All right, we're going to hug your left knee, extend your right, extending, lengthening, and switch. Legs, and switch, and switch. And feet come down. We're going to go up into a shoulder roll. So we're going to rock and roll 3 times. So rock and roll, and then we're going to Put our hands behind our backs and raise our feet up above our shoulders. Okay, so rolling the back, feet comes to your lower, hands come to your lower back, and then walk your hands up your back. You may not be able to go as high as I am, but just nice shoulder roll, keeping those legs up nice and high. Okay, tuck that bum in. Wiggle those feet around. All right, we're going to stay up here for a bit, if you can. Okay, so I'm tucking my butt in. I'm going to bring my right leg back behind my head as far as I can go, keeping my legs straight, and bring it back up. Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's do the other leg. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now both legs. Hinge at the waist. All right, and then if you can, touch the floor behind you. Bring both legs back up. Just go as far as you can go. Awesome stuff. All right, and let's roll it all the way back down. And let's lengthen our arms and legs. Down the mat, belly to the mat. Reach, 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 reach. All right. Let's bring our knees to our chest again. And we're going to do some dead bug work now. Just gotta see. Oh my goodness, so I'm over time. How did that happen? I don't know. All right, let's give our knees a hug. I don't think we have time for dead bug because I want to stretch everything else out. But we'll do a couple dead bugs. All right, so hands come up to the sky. Knees are above your hips. Push your shoulders into the mat. I didn't have my clock timing myself. All right, so push that belly into the mat right now. Big breath out. Shoulders are being pushed into the mat. Your knees, your belly. Roll those hips towards your belly button. Right arm, left leg coming down to the mat. 1. Roll those hips. 2. Nice and slowly. Breathing. 5. And 6. Let's do the other side. Push that belly into the mat. Keeping those shoulders pushed into the mat. 2. All right, let's do both arms and legs. Bring those knees just to the above your hips. Awesome. And hug those knees. All right, let's do a nice little rock up to sitting position and cross our legs. We've already worked a lot of our hips and strengthened them. So I want to mostly focus right now on our neck. All right, so shoulders back, sitting up nice and tall. All right, let's turn bring our chin over to our right shoulder and breathe in and out. Bring it all the way across to the other side. And back. Right ear, keeping those shoulders still. Right ear to right shoulder. We're staying here for a bit. All right, stay here. See how it's feeling. Okay, bring those eyeballs up. And eyeballs down. And center. And bring that back. All right, same thing to the other side. Right, left ear to left shoulder. Keeping those shoulders still. Eyeballs up. Eyeballs down. And center. And let's do 3 circles with our nose. 1, 2, 3, and the other way. 3, 2, and 1. And let's just give a nice shoulder roll. And the other way. All right. Let's turn and do 3 rock and rolls to ragdoll. 1. Sorry that I ran out of time. 2 and 3. All right, because we're going to stay here in ragdoll just for a bit. Nice big deep breath in and out. Just breathe. Let's take that right arm up to the sky. Take a look at those fingers way up there. And switch it up. Roll that neck around. Roll your wrists around. All right, let's give those hugs a nice big huggaroo and say, thank you, legs. You're letting me do the things I love to do. And soften in those knees. And we're going to roll it up your spine again. All the way up. And back. All right, and let's jump-a-roo. High fives. Have a wonderful weekend. I don't think I'm going to be here on Monday morning, but I'll do it on Tuesday. All right. Have a good one. Happy weekend.